Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Dr. Ayaz Rana, Professor of Political Science, Bahauddin Zakaria University, Multan. Dear students, in this session, we will discuss federalism and Constitution of 1973. In this series of lecture, this series of lecture will be comprised by three topics and segmented in three lectures. First, concept and meaning of federation. Second, mechanism, necessary institutions, and political process for successful operation of a federation. Third, its importance and suitability for heterogeneous countries. And fourth, Constitution of 1973 and federal structure. Today, we will discuss the concepts, meaning, and definition of federalism. As you know, the federalism is the most popular system which adopted by a number of states, USA, Australia, Germany, Switzerland, Pakistan, India, etc., etc. So, as far as concept is concerned, conceptually, modern federalism is a structure as well as process. It is a structure as well as process. It has two distinct connotations. One, operational dynamics of the society, and second, conceptual framework of a society. As far as operational dynamics of society is concerned, according to it, the policymakers accept the reality that the given society is based on multi-dimensional pluralism. In other words, they accept the fact that they accept the realities of existence of social, political, economic, and cultural multi-pluralism, which articulates the operational dynamics of society. Second, theoretical and legal framework. Theoretical and legal framework of the society It refers to a certain arrangements of powers within the constitutional framework of the country. And the federalism defined various writers in different styles. William Ricker, 1975, defined as the activities of government are divided between regional governments and central government in such a way that each kind of government has some activities on which it makes final decisions. It means it talks about the distribution of powers between central and provincial governments. They have their own domain. They can legislate in their departments. They can formulate policies in their department, and they have powers to execute their policies in their respective areas. Ayaz, 1987, summed up in the very specified words: self-rule plus shared rule. Self-rule plus shared rule. Self-rule in general, self-rule in regional communities, self-rule in regional communities, and shared rule at the national level. It means the regions enjoy autonomous status while the federation or central government, that is a common government, and it legislate and execute in its own domain and defined list. The third, the use of federalism as a term. Independence and political autonomy of subnational governments and policy making. Independence and political autonomy of subnational governments in policy making, or the complex relationship which exists among level of government as they carry out policy adopted by the central government. So, actually, federalism creates a new kind of relationship between national and subnational governments. So, various terms are used: provinces, rather subnational government, etc., etc. In United States of America, these are called states, but this is not that state. These are not autonomous. These are autonomous states in rather like provinces. They do not enjoy the sovereignty, so this term is used there only for that purpose. So this is a situation, or these are meanings. So we can conclude that in federalism, the powers, responsibilities, and activities are transferred from the central government to the provincial government by accepting various issues, for example, ethnic pluralism, disparities in economic development in different regions, and people's demand that they want autonomy in some operations. So this transfer of power, there are various kind of lists or techniques are adopted in this. Sometimes only the powers of the central government are defined and residual powers are transferred to the provinces. Sometimes, for example, in case of America, they rather define the central government power and residual powers transferred to the provinces. Sometimes 2 lists, sometimes 3 lists. So there are various techniques and mechanisms according to the requirement of the country. So intergovernmental relations in a state, this is very important aspect. So this debate of intergovernmental relations raises 3 questions. Number 1, to what degree should subnational governments be able to act independently? To what degree should subnational governments be able to act independently? So it means how much powers has been transferred to the subnational government. Second, to what degree are they able to do so? And second, how much autonomy is provided to exercise these powers in their domain? So second, how much autonomy is provided to the subnational governments? Third, how much powers should central government be able to exercise? So in this, the powers of how much powers the central government be able to exercise? Because sometimes powers of transfer to the provinces, but the central government retain some powers like emergency powers, in which the central government can withdraw any power at any time. So we have to judge the central powers as well. So this is the meanings or definition and question raised by the debate of the central province relations. So for successful operation, we need two rather important things. So strong and viable institutional setup. Secondly, compatible and congenial political process. So this will be discussed in the next lecture. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you can ask. So these are recommended books and articles about federalism and Constitution of 1973. So American Federalism and Intergovernmental Relations. So the book Political Institutions. Second, Federal State Building Techniques and Suggestions. So article Dr. Ayaz Muhammad, published in Reading on Governance and Development. So third, intergovernmental relations with special reference to local governance in Pakistan. This is also my article. Co-author is Dr. Muhammad Mushtaq. And non-consociational federalism and ethnic strife in Pakistan. And fourth is comparative constitution in political institutions. So this is Colmer Joseph article. So in a book that is Asian social, that is a book, Political Institutions, edited by Gordon Ari, published by Oxford University Press. So these are those books for the reading. So you can ask any question if you have. Thank you very much.